Time for chest. If the footage looks a little bit blurry, I think it's because of the new phone case and it's reflecting the light over the that's coming down from like above. So it'll look better once I get in the gym, but for right now it's just going to be a little bit blurry. It's not exactly the best nighttime camera anyway, but yeah. So my plan that I spoke about in the last video, or the one before that, it's been working pretty well. Pushing back my, well, essentially what I've been doing is fasting in the morning, pushing back my breakfast a couple hours from when I used to eat when I get up in the morning for work, and then also eating a little bit less for breakfast too. Instead of having two things like I was during the bulk, I'm having one thing. So when I push that back, one, I'm not immediately hungry, so I'm fine. I can just wait a little while longer. I can run less of a chance of me getting hungry earlier in the day, so that I can have the opportunity to eat more calories when I don't need to. And once you push back the amount of time between when you wake up and when you have your first meal, you're already hungry enough by then that only a little bit of food can actually hold you over for a while. So that's, at least that's how it's been for me. So like if I eat right first thing in the morning, I'll be hungry again like let's say at 8 and 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm already hungry at like 8:30, 9 o'clock. But if I don't eat breakfast until 8:30, 9 o'clock, well, 7:30 to 8 o'clock, then I don't get hungry again until like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. So I've been able to sustain myself with less calories throughout the early morning, so that it's easier once it gets to be later in the day and I don't have to worry too much about having a smaller meal. I can have a normal sized meal and not have to worry about going over my calorie allowance. Now, that's another thing I want to talk about. This morning I tried to update my everybody with these fucking LED headlights, Jesus Christ. This morning I tried to update my calorie goals in my tracker, my calorie tracker on my phone, and it wouldn't let me do it. I went into the web browser version of it, and it shows that it's updated, but in the app it won't let me do it. So I'm just gonna do some basic math and figure out how much calories I need to be under to be at the new calorie deficit from what it's saved at right now. I don't know why. I think what I've read online, it says that it waits for you to lose 10 pounds from like a set goal before or whatever, from where you're at, before it lets you update it again. But I've never had the issue of it like not letting me update the calorie goal like at whatever random point. So I updated it on the browser and kept the browser open on my tabs or whatever, so I can just go and see how many calories I have left without having to do the math, you know? So I entered in the app, and then I can go just check it on the browser. It's a roundabout way of doing it, but I want to keep using this app because it has all the history for my weight progression, and I don't want to have to start that over with something else. And I've gotten so used to this one, it's just easier to stay with it. That just means I have to pay attention more to the amounts of each of my macros I'm getting, and adjust it accordingly instead of just going off of the progress bar that they have in there, at least until it lets me update it again. Yeah, now I I've been eating around 24 to 2,500 calories, and I think it's going to be between 23 and 24 now. And I'll only drop to like 100 calories, but that's just because I'm reaching that point where I'm getting close to the maintenance calories of my current weight with deficit that I've been at so far. So I'm just going to update it and do it that way. And then if I don't, because I also haven't made a lot of progress this week, so I'm just going to drop a little bit and see if that pushes it along a little more. And again, if it doesn't work out, I just keep dropping it until I continue to lose weight. I hit the lowest I've hit so far is 178.8, I think. I've had a bit of a high day this morning. I don't know why, because usually I wake up a lot lighter on the weekends than I actually am. But I think I eat a little bit later than I usually do, so I held on to some of that food weight. But I've been averaging 178 to 179 this week. So yeah. As for the plan for the gym or for the workout, I don't know yet. I really wish I would have had that first section of the video a little bit more coherent. Maybe I'll revise it down in the post gym talk just to make a little bit more sense. But let's just get in there and see what we end up doing first. All warmed up. Wasn't feeling that strong in the warm up set, so I might have gone a little too light on that first set. So make a little bit. We'll see if I'll get through all the rest of this one or not. Oh fuck! I was not getting another rep out of that set. Probably gonna fail a little early on this set, so I'll go in the drop set again. More than likely. I would count that as 8. Oh no, drops it. I wasn't quite ready to do flies yet. I tried doing dumbbell incline, but it didn't feel right, so I did these instead. Now you may have noticed I broke my own rule of the cut. Did 15 reps instead of 12. With this angle, the way this is set up, I couldn't really do heavier, so I'm just gonna do lighter with more reps. But I think this is the last set of these anyway. On the flies. Oh, I think I'm about to do one more thing. Go back to cable crossovers. This is basically going to be the same movement as the chest fly, but It gets a little less front delt and more mid to lower chest. It's basically the same thing. Oh. Oh. They're gonna do one more of those, and then I think we'll be done. Not done yet. Okay. Let's go check it out. No time to waste. Gotta check the pump before it fades. I got a little bit of diminishment in pump in the middle of the workout, but it was all for the greater good. Trying to help some kids out here with their form. Looking a bit leaner, making progress. There we go. What else is there? Good thing. What else is there's not very many. I did most muscular. Did the front spread. I don't know. I always, in the moment I get to the pump check, I always forget everything about posing. Let's just have fun. Double by. Oh, fuck. It's hard to hold in all that air for that long. I can't tell if this is too dark or not with the exposure. I'm getting these striations in. They were kind of there before. They're really starting to pop now. Still got the loose skin, especially on the sides here, but I think within the next week or two, probably the next week and a half, this is going to start to go away. And these are supposed to start popping more than just in the good lighting. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's get going. All right, that was chest. As I said, I feel like I'm making progress. Definitely getting leaner, but I still have a long way to go. Now, to roll it back to what I was saying before the lift, what I was trying to say was having that fasted period in the morning after you wake up before you eat breakfast. Again, you push the beginning of your calorie intake later into the day, which means you have less time to get hungry and end up eating more calories, so on and so forth. But it also helps with being able to save most of your calories, or save more of your calories for the end of the day, so that you can have a bigger meal for dinner and you can go to bed full, with a full stomach. So you don't have to be laying there in bed with your stomach growling, looking up at the ceiling like, well, either I can go to sleep now and just try to avoid staying up longer past this point where I'm hungry again, or I can eat and go over my calorie allowance. But that was like the whole general point of what I was gonna try and say. See if I can see. There we go. Yeah. So what was I gonna talk about? Oh, so yeah, I stepped out the house to go to the gym, and obviously I put the hoodie on because it was cold. It's like 40 degrees, 45 degrees, and I was expecting to be able to wear it while I was working out, because usually when I go into the gym, it's colder in the fucking gym than it is outside. I guess since the staff wasn't there, because usually they only have a certain amount of staffed hours there, the AC wasn't cranked, so it was a little bit warmer. It was like a normal temperature, so I had to take my hoodie off for that after I got warmed up and got ready for that first set of incline Smith. Now, I don't know what was going on. Near the end of the bolt, I mean, I know what's going on because I'm not in a calorie surplus. I don't have excess energy to use, and I'm not going to be as strong because I'm not carbed up and have as much fuel in me. But I still wouldn't expect it to feel as heavy as it did with that first, what was it, 185? I know it's not actually 185, but it's just easier for me to track it based on what it would be if it was just a normal bar. Yeah, I did 205, albeit not for 12 reps, but still, I figured 185 should be good. It wasn't, and that's why I started off pretty light, because I felt stronger, or it wasn't like heavy enough for me at that first set. So I ended up doing it, and then I only had one good set with 185, so I guess that goes to show that I should have picked something in the middle. Probably 165 or something, because 155 was definitely too light. I don't know what I'm talking nonsense, but yeah, it's always nice to see progress feasible progress, and that's one of the good things about making these videos, is that I can see my body changing in a more drastic way than I can on a day-to-day basis. I'm telling you, if I go back and look at last week's video, it's going to look a lot different, even though well, actually no, I'm probably like 2 pounds, 3 pounds lighter than I was. What was I last week? Was I like 182? I think I was 181 or 182 last week on one of the videos. So I've been hanging around 178 and 179, probably closer to 179. So it's only like 2 pounds, 3 pounds, 4 pounds, 4 pounds, 3 pounds. Yeah, so a reasonable amount, especially for 1 week. Now that I put it into context, it seems kind of crazy now that I think about it, but because especially considering I haven't really been restricting myself too much. I think the restriction part starts about, well, this week, because I was looking at my calories that I was going to have to be for my new weight new current weight, or at least my average current weight, where I just put it at 179 for the maintenance calories and how much I would need to eat to be losing a pound a week. And it's only like 100 calories, if that, less than what I've been eating. So like I said in the beginning, I'm going to just drop it down that 100 calories to like between 23 to 2400 calories, and then see where I end up. Excuse me. And I'm predicting I'm going to have to do more than that. But another thing about it, actually, I thought I was eating 2400 on an average, but I think I was eating like 25-ish hundred. So if I get down to 24, then that's like 200 calories difference, roughly. So it's a big enough jump to start continuing to make progress. It's all experimental. And the problem with what I had with changing the updating the goals on my fucking tracker app is that now I have to do it differently. I can't just have it, I have my updated maintenance calorie amount and then I stay 300 below that. Now I just have to stay at, set a calorie amount and go up to that, because it's not letting me update it for whatever reason. I've never had this problem, and I've been using this thing for 230 days straight. So I don't know. It updates on the website. I have no idea what I'm eating for dinner. I know I'm having a protein shake, but I need to get 90, 80 some odd grams of protein in for the day is done. So I'm going to get 50 from the protein shake. And probably, I have a steak thawing out on the counter, but it's not going to be ready. I didn't even put it in the fucking marinade yet. So I'm going to have to figure something else out. You guys don't have to worry about that. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for, God, why do I always have so much trouble with this? Back. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow for back, and we'll see what we get up to tomorrow. Later.